Hello? Hello?
Podcast Network Asia.
Hi, this is Alec Cuenca, and you're listening to Small Talk.
Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. My name is Alec Cuenca and I'm your host. And before anything else, I would like to greet each and every one of you. Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time, then I hope that you learned something from this episode. And if you do, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes because they have a lot of amazing insights that you can learn from. And if this is your end time listening to the podcast, then welcome back. I am happy that you're here because today we are bringing back guests. I know, medyo nagsasawa na kayo sa boses ko. So now we're bringing in the greatest minds in the content creation world and just in any type of industry. And we're going to try to nitpick their brains a little bit deeper from what you see online. And our guest for today is on a mission to inspire bliss and abundance in every human being. She helps individuals have a holistic approach in handling their finances and investments to manifest. She is a life content creator, and she's also the founder of Perry.consulting.ph, the co-founder of Little Big Help PH, and the host of the podcast Quarter Life Bliss podcast. Let's all welcome to the show Coach Yanni Moya.
Hi, Alec. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited for this guesting. Thank you for including me in your lineup.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for taking the time. We try our best here in Small Talk to get deeper dun sa mga utak ng tao kasi feeling ko marami pang talagang matuturo yung mga tao compared sa napopost lang nila. So before you actually came here dito sa industry na to, what were you doing? Or is this something that you planned all along?
So my first job was in an NGO. I was a social media manager and communications head of an NGO called Yes Pinoy Foundation. That's actually owned by Ding Dong and Marian Rivera Dantes. So initially, back in college, I used to do a lot of parang mga internship. And my last internship was actually with their NGO. So when I graduated, they immediately hired me after. So that's what I initially did. And back in 2019, I started to have quarter life crisis. I went through there. So, and sakto naman, I started personal mastery courses. So, yeah, and then eventually, nagtuloy-tuloy na.
You mentioned you took personal mastery courses. Can you, what are these personal mastery courses? Dito ba yan sa Pilipinas?
Yes, actually, yung personal mastery courses, these are life coaching courses where you get to know yourself better and heal parts of you that aren't being tapped or wala kang awareness around. So, for you to really get to know yourself better, I always try to encourage people to attend personal mastery courses. Kasi dyan mo, personal mastery, so yung sarili mo, mamamaster mo kung sino ka by really getting to know and diving deep into who you are.
But before you actually joined the personal mastery classes, can you tell us a little bit more about that quarter life crisis and how it led you to go to this personal mastery classes?
So in 2019, actually, pilitan lang yung personal mastery at first. Sabi ng mom ko, sige na attend ka, super ganda. Like, it changed my relationship with this, that. Parang naayos yung mga relationships. And sabi ko, sige na nga, the whole team is going, okay, fine. I'll invest in personal mastery courses. Ganun lang siya nag-start. And then, parang 1 quarter in my life in 2019 na lahat ng problems dumating in my life. So, everything parang dinump sa'yo in one quarter in your life. So, parang sabi ko, 1 quarter meaning parang mga 3 months siya nagtagal eh. So sabi ko, alam mo, I went to the States after for 2 months. I took the time to, soul search, to find my happiness, to find myself again, and to really just escape life in the Philippines. And when I came back, parang I had another trip. So ang ginagawa ko lang nun, literally going on trips to get to know myself. And then when I came back, I went to a trip in Palawan with coaches, life coaches lahat. So sabi ko, when I was surrounded, parang it was a 5 or 6 day trip. And yung trip na yon, parang sabi ko, oh my gosh, pwede palang maging ganito ka-peaceful ang life, ganito kasaya, ganito ka-blissful, ganito ang daily routine. It seemed parang dreamy, ganon. Hindi ko ma-imagine, parang dreamy siya na parang, totoo ba to? Ganyan. Tapos sabi ko, what did you do with your lives? And they said, personal mastery courses. And that's when I started to ask. Sabi ko, can I enroll on the next? And actually, the next parang yung life coaching class is sarado na, pero pinagpilitan ko yung sarili ko dun sa owner. I really said na, hindi magbabayad po ako. Hindi, sige, talagang pinilit ko siniksik ko yung sarili ko. Sasabihin talaga natin, pinagpilitan ko yung sarili ko, pinaglaban ko yung slot. And that's when my life started to change. When I took that, it's a 60-day course. 60-day course challenging you in all areas of your life. And yeah, tapos sabi ko, oh my gosh, so much transformation in me. This is something I can bring into more people. What if the whole Philippines, diba, experience the same things that I experienced? Then we would have a better nation. So yeah, that's how it all started for me.
Parang all this life, diba? You went to high school, you went to college, and you didn't think that life was possible. Akala mo sa movies mo lang nakikita. Akala mo sa mga artista lang nakikita.
Oo.
And then there come these days na parang a glimpse of that bliss na posible pala. And it all starts there. Tapos makita mo na gusto mo ng ganun. Now you're trying to search. And somehow, the universe helps you connect to these people. But as long as meron kang parang itch sa loob mo na, okay, I want this. I want to feel more. I want to learn more about this. And, eventually, the universe helps you connect with that. Now, I'm sure na meron ka pa ring mga takot noon. Parang there are still a lot of uncertainties nung papasukin mo na tong personal development, tong life coaching. Were there any times that you feel scared? Tas parang sinabi mo na, and how did you deal with, the fears that you had?
Super dami. And until now, I have fears like everyone has, diba? I remember it started, yung una talaga is, paano ko to babayaran? Diba? Yung parang, paano yung sulit na sulit yung binayad ko? It started there. And then yung fear of, what if people don't like me to become a life coach? What if people don't want to be coached by me? Because, I didn't have a good background in college. Parang I was an ambassador back in college. But in terms of leadership, I wouldn't say na ako yung the best leader that someone has to look up to. And that held me back, to be honest. Parang, will clients even trust me? It's called imposter syndrome also. Yeah. Na hindi mo sure kung life coach na ba ako? Yung mga ganon. Yung ipagkakatiwalaan kaya nila ako. Is this really happening? Yung mga ganyan. So much fear. It gave me so much fear before. And until now, sometimes, it comes up. And not feeling enough. Yun talaga eh. Malaking negative belief system ko in me is not feeling enough or worthy of the opportunities that are coming my way.
Yeah. So how are you able to manage the fears every time they show up?
Fears, first of all, you have to be aware around it eh. You have to raise awareness on your fears. So, you identify it. So, I identify it first. Wait lang. Ano ba talaga yung root cause nitong fears ko, yung anxiety ko? So, I find it, okay, because I don't feel worthy of the opportunity. Okay, what is a value that I can start to practice for me to get over this fear? So, for example, the fear of, let's say, the fear of rejection because you feel unworthy of people's, let's say, trust, people's attention, respect, etc. So, you feel not worthy of that. And then, I commit to a value. Ang iisipin ko, ano kaya yung value na pwede kong i-practice every day for me to let go of this fear? So, for example, every day, I will commit to affirm myself. It could be as simple as that. Every day, I'll affirm myself so that even if I feel unworthy, the whole morning, wala akong ginawa kundi i-affirm sarili ko. So, I will feel worthy. And every day, parang little steps until you actually get over your fears. So, until now, that's what I do. I have a lot of fears, but every day sinusulat ko, ano ba yung gusto ko i-practice today to get over this fear? To get over this fear of rejection, fear of the fear of the unknown, mga anxieties kasi talaga no. So, yun.
Yeah, ang galing. Parang you attach a certain value onto that fear and you test it out. Basically, it's like having these limiting beliefs, and it's always down to our limiting beliefs and identifying them and acknowledging them, and then replacing it with empowering beliefs. Not only replace that belief, but also find an action or a practice that you do. In your case, it's affirmation, and then you try to do it every time. And then your brain, somehow feeling ko nasasanay na siya na okay, ito talaga yung parang natitrain mo na yung utak mo na okay, takot lang pala siya, kaya pa rin natin siya. So you're 25 years old and then you are a life coach. How were you able to build up that confidence na parang okay, now I can do that? Parang we mentioned earlier yung imposter syndrome. How do you do it? Like lalo na kung mga mas matatanda pa yung kino-coach mo or yung mas magagaling sa'yo, how do you manage that?
I think the confidence really is coming from, I know I'm working on myself. I know that day by day, I apply it to my life. So it's easier to teach people, to coach people around their situation because you apply it in your life. So first and foremost, confidence ko is coming from, I know I'm working on myself. Inayos ko yung sarili ko for the past how many years. So I have the confidence to bring myself out there. To tell people of my journey, of my story, and to actually inspire them to also transform their lives. The confidence is always coming from there. Like, I would consider myself a very confident woman even before life coaching, even before personal mastery. But it's all confidence because feeling ko ang ganda-ganda ko. I always give this as an analogy Alam mo yung nag-aral ka for an exam. So, pumasok ka ng classroom, yung parang sobrang confident mo kasi alam mong inaral mo siya. So, my confidence is coming from there. Coming from, rooted really on my experience and how it changed my life. And also, confidence and courage. Confidence with courage. Courage to also be responsible to help transform people's lives. So, all coming from there.
Hi, this is Ayin Bernos, the brown girl behind Morena the Label and Ideology Studio, also known as Ayin Pero Tagalog on TikTok.
And this is Riza Lana Sebastian, the serial entrepreneur behind Lana PH, Mink PH, Tala Ala PH, Ambush Clothing, and Bim Manila.
Come listen to Camp Confidence Radio, a podcast about confidence, self-improvement, and success.
You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Till then, stay confident.
Wow, confidence with courage. That's a new concept. That's amazing. That's really beautiful. We mentioned that you're now in the financial coaching, right? So you went into this personal mastery courses, you improved yourself, and nauna yung life coaching, tama?
Yeah, I was a planner before. So, financial planner na ako even before student. Kasi nung student ako, I wanted to earn money because hindi nga kami well off. So, I wanted and needed to earn money for my own and to represent the country in different parts of the world. I wanted to earn. So, I started becoming a financial planner back in 2017. And then, it transitioned to financial coaching when I became a certified life coach last year.
Oh, so financial planner, tapos we have financial advisors, tapos we have financial coaches. Iba-iba ba yun?
Okay. In the Philippines, financial planners, financial advisors are technically the same. Parang potato, patato. Ganun lang siya. Ang financial coaches, now I call myself a financial coach because I use the coaching techniques that I learned, that I have certified myself with. So the approach that I do is no longer just telling you, this is how you plan your life. This is how you plan your finances. I'll give you advice on how you handle your finances. No, but it's more of coaching people. So the way I do financial coaching is holistic approach. meaning all aspects of your life, not just finances. Because I'm sure you know that how you are in one thing is how you are in everything. So if kalat ka in terms of, let's say, for example, in terms of your health, hindi ka ganun ka committed. Most likely in terms of your finances, hindi ka rin committed. So we dive deep on that, and we talk about ano ba yung fears mo around it. Ano ba yung, let's raise awareness on those areas of your life, because it's not really about the how-tos, how to plan, how to that, but it's about the why and who you are. That's why I say holistic approach to financial planning or financial coaching is because all aspects of life iniikutan.
Wow, ang ganda. Just the concept of this holistic approach. And, I can totally agree with what you said na how you do one thing is how you do like almost everything. And so one part of you, one aspect of you affects the other. And so for the people that are listening right now who wants to start on something, but they see that there are so many places na pwede nilang ayusin, where do you think they should start?
Start with knowing their purpose, I guess. Mm-hmm. Knowing their purpose. Like, why do you want to fix yourself? Why do you want to fix your finances? Why do you want to fix your health, your weight, your relationships? So if you are clear with your purpose, and in anything that you do, you have to be really clear with your purpose, because it all starts there. So be clear with your purpose. Hindi ko sinasabing life purpose ha. It can start with, for example, why do you want to lose the weight that you want to lose? Go dive deep into your purpose. Ask yourself 7 whys. Keep asking. Oh, because for example, ang last na natatanong mong why is because I want to be a mom someday and I want to make sure I'm healthy. So it's rooted there. So you don't do weight loss because gusto mo lang makasuot ng magandang damit. But it's because yung purpose mo, gusto mo maging mother someday. So you want to make sure kaya mo magiging healthy ka for your child. It's as clear as that. The way I say purpose is for example, you want to go to a certain place. What's the reason why you want to go to a place? For example, I want to go to Bora because I want to do my retreat there. Diba kahit na sabihin sa'yo may swab test kang kailangan daanan, may flight, tapos bumabagyo, pupunta ka pa rin kasi clear ka sa purpose mo. You wanna go there for the retreat because you wanna clear your mind, for example. You're very clear with your purpose. So, same with yourself. If you are clear with your purpose of the reason why you're doing what you're doing, then you will keep going. And then you start the why, and then you start with who you are. How can you be better every day? Atomic Habits, 1% every day. How can you be better every single day and get to that main purpose of what you do?
That's really amazing. That's also the principle that I follow. Like, start with your why. If you have a clear purpose. And I just love that analogy. Like, in everything that we do, whether we think we're doing it or, we're subconsciously doing it, if we have a clear purpose, if we have a clear why on why we're doing the things that we're doing, we're gonna do it in a more meaningful manner. And we're gonna be more fulfilled because we know why we're doing it in the first place. And regardless kung nasan yung career man yan, relationships, physical, mental, lahat, starts with why. And again, just doing the 1%, being better every single day, it really goes the distance. So yeah, before I actually ask some more of the deep topics, I want to go back to the finances thing, because you are, again, a financial coach. So for the people who are watching that, let's say okay, I'm going to fix my finances. I know my purpose. I ask myself the 7 whys. What's next?
What's next? List down first. I always try to look at first yung 7 areas of their personal finance. So that's earning money, they're managing money, they're growing money, they're tithing money, their psychology of money, they're distributing money. Ang dami talaga, no? So, 7 areas of personal finance, look at that first. In terms of earning, rate yourself in each area. In terms of earning, growing, tithing, distributing, managing, etc. So, rate yourself first. Tingnan mo, saan ba yung pinakamababa? For example, ang pinakamababa dyan, earning. Then, focus on that first. Okay, how can you earn better? For example, ang rating mo sa sarili mo from 1 to 10, 1 lang. Rate mo, okay, 1 in terms of earning. Bakit kaya? Kasi ang liit ng sweldo ko. Okay, how can you make it a 2? How can you make it a 3? Okay, sabihin niya, siguro magdagdag ako na isa pang side hustle. Okay, what side hustle can you take? You know, you use coaching to keep asking questions and allow them to find the solutions themselves. Yun ang pinakamaganda sa life coach or sa coaching. Hindi ikaw ang nagbibigay ng solution. Because the solution is really within us. Diba? So, take a look at all areas of your personal finance. Ano ba yung kailangan mong i-address the most? And then, kapag na-address mo na yon, and then go to the next one. Slowly. Managing naman. Then study managing your finances. How can you from 3, how can you become 4 this month? Try natin mag-budget app ako. Sige, okay, budget app. What budget app kaya yung mag-work sa'yo? Siguro yun sa phone. Okay, what app gusto mong gamitin? Yung mga ganyan. So, you keep asking questions. Sa totoo lang, ang work ko lang, magtanong ng magtanong. Yun naman ang coaches You keep asking questions and then they find their own solution, diba? Yun.
Ang galing, ang galing. So there are actually a lot of things, pero we can slim it down to 7 things and then ask how you could improve. Just move up that scale, just 1 sa kada scale na yun, kung ano yung pinaka-weak. That's a very helpful structure. Thank you so much for sharing that. I could personally apply that in my life because, you know, my finances are, it's not a wreck, but it could be improved. I've been watching your videos. I love your videos, by the way. And there was this one video where you talked about abundance. When was the moment that you learned that there is this abundant life in this world?
The moment I looked at things that I have. When I started to become grateful, that's when I realized I'm very abundant. I'm abundant when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships around me, support, everything, opportunities. When I started to focus on the things that I have and the opportunities in front of me, that's when I really felt that I'm abundant. It's not about financial abundance. It's just one aspect of it. When I was working on myself, when my health is okay and I'm really healthy, I'm working out, when my relationships are open, happy, loving, you feel abundant. And I think that's what people miss. They feel like abundance is just for those who are financially capable, financially independent, financially secure. But actually, abundance should be all aspects of your life. And when you start to operate in abundance, you realize, ang dami ko palang bagay na pwedeng pagpasalamat.
Yeah.
And then you become happy. You know, I want to share with you this concept, Alec, called Be Do Have. And when I started to embrace this really changed my life. Be Do Have, meaning be abundant first. Feel abundant first. And then you do things that make you feel abundant. So, okay, I feel abundant in terms of my health if I work out. Then I do the workout. And then you get the result that you want. You have it. But a lot of people, they operate on the have, do, be. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Bibili muna ako ng workout clothes. Tapos, have, diba? Tapos, tsaka ako mag-workout. Pag nag-workout ako at pumayat ako, happy na ako. Diba? Baliktad.
Wow.
But, some naman, others naman, burnt out. Do, have, be. Ano yung do, have, be? Naku, mag-work ako ng matindi, okay? Para pagurin ko yung sarili ko, burn out. And then I have money. Then I can buy things that can make me happy. Then I'm happy. But here's a powerful concept that people need to realize. Be, do, have. Start with being that person first. Be happy first. Be healthy first. Do the things that, because if you're, for example, you're happy, di ba you keep doing naman things? Keto, happy kang ginagawa to, you'll keep doing it. And then you'll have what? Financial abundance, for example. And then you'll have the right people in your space. Be, do, have. be first. Be abundant first. Be happy first. Be blissful. Be grateful. All the things that you want, be that first. And then just allow the universe to give it to you and just attract it for your life easily.
Wow, that's a mind-blowing concept. Like I'm now reflecting on my life. And
Sabi ko
like,
na eh.
I'm in the middle of that do be have and then be do have. Parang andun ako sa gitna. No? Sometimes inisip ko parang I don't feel abundant pero sige, I gotta do this because I have my why and I talk about this stuff pero nabu-burnout nga ako. Pero if we be abundant first, be happy first, then the things that we're doing, it's abundant din. Parang mas magiging masaya lang tayo. And
right.
The concept of gratitude, that's it. Like if you become grateful, for example, this is another thing that I practice recently. When I wake up, like automatic nagpe-play na sa utak ko yung kanta ng Lion King, ganyan, na parang, sabihin niya, ganyan. Tapos parang I look at whatever, kung ano man makita ko, tapos I say thanks na parang, wow, I appreciate. I've just become grateful. And then napansin ko, no, the more that I practice that, yung mga ginagawa ko afterwards, parang sobrang gaan, kahit mahirap, kahit pumalpak ka, pero ang gaan lang sa loob dahil you start your day off with gratitude and you just feel abundant. Ang ganda. So, right. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. I'll definitely share that with other people
Something
as well.
That people can reflect to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, kailangan ko magka-laptop muna para mag-aral ako. Then, pag mataas grades ko, masaya ako. Diba? But even if, and you become so creative on how you become so resourceful. Diba? If you practice the be, do, have. Because you'll do it eh. For example, my podcast, I didn't think that people would listen to it. But I'll still do it because it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep doing it. And then I had I topped the chart and I said, "Oy, thank you," diba? Pero even if wala yung mag-top ng charts, even if I don't get the numbers that I want, I'll still be happy.
Yeah.
That's the difference. But if you're too focused on the what, if you're too focused on the how-tos, you forgot who you are. Wala eh.
Yeah.
Bali wala. Sayang lang.
Hey guys, before we proceed to the rest of the episode, I just want to share something that I discovered recently. I am a firm believer that we need to protect ourselves and our data online. We need to securely access different apps, different websites, different entertainment services as we browse across the internet. And a good thing that I learned about NordVPN. NordVPN makes sure that all of our data stays safe behind a wall of next generation encryption. It's the fastest VPN. We don't need to sacrifice speed for better security. It also offers uninterrupted streaming, and you can use it on multiple devices. We partnered with NordVPN through Podmetrics for you guys to also enjoy the same experience. They have an amazing promo right now that allows you to get 73% off of the 2-year plan plus 4 months free when you use our link in the description and code before checking out. They also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for a NordVPN account now. And ang ganda lang din nung sa concept na yon na the have, out of the three, like ang pinaka natin makuha, that the haves always have to go last. So hindi pwede na makita mo agad yung resulta or makuha mo agad yung resulta bago mo gawin yung trabaho or bago mo gawin yung magpapasaya sa'yo or maging masaya ka na agad. And ako, yun lang nakuha ko sigurong tama sa formula na yun. Kasi for most of the time, ang iniisip ko lagi sa akin na delay it. Hindi mo kailangan ng resulta. Walang nakikinig sa'yo, do the work. Just put it in. Be happy with your work. Kahit walang makinig. And then nagulat na lang ako na para siyang broken dam na biglang lahat ng haves na pwede kong makuha binigay sa akin ng isang bagsakan. So, yeah, parang just follow that recipe and also it could help you with your burnout, like the be, do, have concept. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Gusto kong i-add yung be, do, have. Favorite kong example sa relationship.
Mm-hmm.
No? You don't love yourself. So you look for another person to love you. Or you look for another person's approval. You look for other person's affirmation. Paano pag wala lahat yun? You have to love yourself first. It really starts with who you are. It really starts with how you take care of yourself, etc. And so yeah, be do have, diba? Be the best girlfriend ever first for yourself. Diba? And then do things that you think you will like if you were the best girlfriend. And then eventually you'll just attract the right person. Wow, coming from me. But yes, it's that concept. So
Yeah,
right now, I'm not really focused on, uy, dating. I'm not focused on getting to know people. I'm more focused on who am I? Am I the girlfriend material that I want? Let me
Yeah.
just work on myself first. Do I feel complete on my own? Let me just work on that first. And then I'll do the things that make me feel happy and complete on my own. And then the have will just follow. Why? Because yung ibang
Yeah.
tao, feel ko, magjojowa na lang ako, tapos gagawin namin yung masasayang bagay, and then dun ako sasaya and I will feel complete. I will feel fulfilled. 'Di ba? Totoo, 'di ba? Ganyan
Oo
ako
nga.
before. Na kailangan may jowa para ganito. Have to be. 'Di ba? So, yeah, something to reflect on, guys. If you guys are still listening, something to reflect on. We do have.
Ang galing. Ang galing kahit sa relationship, most of the time, syempre nasanay tayo na dependent tayo sa ibang tao, yung kasiyahan natin nakadepend. And then, yun ang nagiging formula natin. Have a boyfriend, girlfriend, and then be happy, and then do the things that will make you happy. But it goes the other way. And I just want to emphasize that power since you mentioned it, na if you want to have the best partner in your life, so parang if you
Totoo.
really want the best partner, so kailangan makita mo muna sa sarili mo na best na talaga yung sarili mo. Ang galing, ang galing.
Naging relationship na to, pero you attract who you are.
Yeah.
So if you wanna attract a happy person, be happy first.
yeah.
If you wanna attract
Ang
a
ganda.
funny person, be funny first. Diba?
yeah, definitely. So thank you so much for sharing that. Ako, I personally believe there's so many concepts that they need to repeat this podcast episode so they could get all the topics that we've discussed here. And so maybe the last thing that I want to ask to you is your podcast. You have a podcast that you just started. It's called The Quarter Life Bliss. So why the word bliss?
Yeah, I love the word actually, blissipline. Blissipline. So it's a word that we pauso lang. But it basically means the discipline of being at bliss all the time. Being at bliss meaning you're grateful, you feel happy. So before, like I mentioned earlier, I went through quarter life crisis. And I realized na, hindi naman pala siya ganun ka worse at that time. But I was just too focused on the things that I lacked. And I think if you step into bliss, then you will see a brighter life. You will see parang a rainbow every day in your life. So that's why I started Quarter Life Bliss, because I want to inspire people, especially those who are in their 20s, that you don't need to go through crisis. It's just the limiting belief that we have in our heads that we're going to go through quarter life crisis one point in our life. But actually, it's not. You can choose bliss instead of crisis. And being at bliss, ibig sabihin, even if the pandemic is happening, you look at things you're grateful for. Uy, na-lockdown ako pero thank you, may bahay ako. Thank you, may electric fan ako. Thank you, may bubong ako, even if na-lockdown ako ng 30 days in my house, for example. Diba? And if you focus on your bliss, focus on working on your bliss, focus on things that you could be grateful for, then life will be happier, easier, and more healthier, or healthier rather. So, yun. That's why I started it.
Ang galing. Like all the concepts that you shared, it just points to the fact that happiness, or the peaceful life that we so desperately crave, comes from within. And we have control over how we respond to things and how we can create a blissful life in whatever situation we are in. So thank you so much, Coach Yani. I learned a lot from this. But before I let you go, I have this portion or segment that I call 5 questions. So welcome to 5 questions with Coach Yanni. So I have 5 questions. You need to answer it with either one word, one phrase, or one sentence, no explanation. So that's the game. Okay, are you ready?
All right.
Okay.
Parang fast talk pala to. Okay, go.
Fast talk na. Wholesome na fast talk.
Ayan.
Ayan. Wholesome naman. Okay, sige. So, first question, what is happiness?
Happiness is love.
Second question, what is success?
Success is fulfillment.
The third question is, what is the best advice you have ever received?
Focus on what you can control, and that's yourself.
Okay, fourth question, what is the worst advice you have ever received?
Don't invest.
Don't invest. Really?
Don't invest in yourself. Sorry.
Wow.
Don't invest in yourself. Because hindi daw sure yung ROI. Ay, nag-explain. Sorry.
Okay, guys. Worst advice, don't invest in yourself. Last question. What's the one thing that you wish you have known when you were just starting?
That I am enough.
Powerful. Thank you so much, Coach Yanni. I enjoyed this talk. Please invite people to listen to your amazing podcast and to let you know what your social media are so they can follow you, they can find you if they love this episode.
If you love this episode, thank you so much, Alec, for inviting me and having me here. It's an honor. Nandito na po ako maat pa. Joke lang. Thank you, Small Talk Podcast. You guys can follow me on my socials. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Coach Yanni Moya. I also have a podcast called Quarter-Life Bliss Podcast. It's on Spotify and also on YouTube. So it's a video podcast. I guess that actually my first season ended today. And I guess that mostly more on TikTok people. TikTok influencers yung naging guests ko. So if you guys want to get to know them and, talk about life as a 20-something, then go ahead and please check out my podcast, Quarter-Life Bliss Podcast. Thanks,
Alec,
for having me here.
No worries. It's my pleasure and it's my honor. I really enjoy having conversations with like-minded people. Bihira makahanap dito sa Pilipinas ng same frequency. Kaya when I see someone and kahit sa TikTok talagang, okay, message, let's connect, let's do an episode, let's do something together. And I'm really, really grateful that you accepted the invite. Thank you so much for giving us your time, your energy, and all your wisdom. And hopefully, hindi lang ito yung last time na maggagawa tayo ng work together. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. So,
thank you.
So yes, there you have it, guys. If you love this episode, make sure that you share this on Instagram. You guys are the reason why we are growing so much fast. So share this on Instagram. Don't forget to tag me and tag Coach Yanni. Tag me at Small Talk Podcast. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, do not hesitate to send them at all. I love reading your insights. I love reading your reviews. And I just love you guys so much. So thank you again for listening. This is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. And I will talk to you guys next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Small Talk. For more updates, you can follow me at Small Talk Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. That's at Small Talk Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.